Mike, my last question for you is what is the most memorable experience so far in your career?
So, are we talking the PA announcing or broadcasting? Because to me, they're very different. They're very different sort of scenarios. So for me, for broadcasting, um, I would say being at Wayne Gretzky's last game in Canada. That was in Ottawa, and I was locker room reporter for the at that point for the Ottawa Senators radio network, and I was standing at the end of the hallway outside the Rangers dressing room when Gretzky walked out and went back out onto the ice to do his final turn. And I was standing next to Walter Gretzky when Wayne walked out, and so we saw him go out for that last twirl from the end of the hallway. And there was just something about standing there next to you know the uh, the ultimate hockey dad watching the best player in my lifetime that I'd seen to that point go out for his final twirl on Canadian ice. So that was pretty massive for me. As far as being a PA announcer, certainly my first season in junior hockey, winning a Memorial Cup, um, having a day with the cup, being able to bring it home, share it with my family, especially my grandfather who brought me up on hockey. Um, he's, he's the reason I'm a Leaf fan. He's the reason I love sports as much as I do. I grew up next door to him, so he's a massive influence on my life and certainly through sports. So that was monumental. But I mean, my the first game I ever did in the NHL as an announcer, and my first game with the Leafs at home, opening night 2016, and the first thing I get to do is announce the retirement of all those numbers that up until that point had been honored numbers in what was about a 30-minute ceremony. So, number one, welcome to being the public address announcer for the Toronto Maple Leafs. First of all, biggest stage, biggest team, and only the fourth person in history to have that job. And welcome to opening night, your first opening night in that role with the Toronto Maple Leafs. And oh, by the way, there's a ceremony that we're going to do where we're going to retire all these jerseys, and it's about 25 minutes of talking by you. So here you go. Good luck, and we'll see you after. And it went off without a hitch. It was phenomenal, and there've been great events since. The Centennial Classic was unbelievable for me. My first playoff game, but to me, that first night of and being on that stage and people hearing me for the first time as this new voice of this brand new game presentation team and what was really being crowned as a new era for the Maple Leafs, the arrival of Matthews and Marner and Nylander. Um, it's just other than winning a Stanley Cup, which who knows, I don't know how you really top that very first night. And the best thing is, here in my rec room, I have a frame. And it's a panoramic shot of Scotiabank Arena at the time, the Air Canada Center, and the opening face-off from that game. And at the bottom of the screen or the frame, there's actually a piece of one of the nets from that game, and there's a plaque on it that shows the date of that. And there it is, my very first game in a frame, and hanging right next to it is a puck uh, from my first game. So that's yeah, that one will be hard to beat, no doubt.